Hey guys, welcome back to the Story Truck Season 1, Episode 3.
Today we have someone very special with us, a social worker who has been working his way before and after the lockdown.
A member of the Colaba Residents and the Shopkeepers Association. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Haresh Hathiramani.
Thank you very much for the lovely introduction.
My first question for you will be, how have you and your teams worked during this lockdown?
So, I would say it was a big blessing because once the lockdown happened, uh, first I was very elated that working 37 years, I had no gap of time, and now I have some real free time. But as things would have it differently, a few opportunities came by, and it happened. It happened for me. Uh, I am associated and friendly with the local corporator, Mr. Makran Narvekar, and also the MLA. In generally, the whole Narvekar family is known to me. And we had a situation, obviously we were getting panic calls because before this also I was like attending to social causes of my locality. And suddenly then I got these calls as veggies are inflated, or it could be fear of panic where sanitization was needed. And so we took up 4 or 5 major projects. I would list them as we took up sanitization of our locality. We took up food supply because food was a huge scarcity, and we, by luck, had this opportunity to get in touch with a few of the restaurant holders. Some great gems I met on the way, and good associations formed during lockdown. I would particularly name one as Pranav Gunta and Munaf Patel from Bori Kitchen. These guys really took it onto themselves, and they had their stock of grains, they had their workers, and we started with 150 packets of food to be supplied to the locality. We reached 7,000 in a month, and we were supplying every single day. Massive hospitality from BKC, they joined in, and there were food trucks that were coming in from Bandra complex, picking up food from different localities, and supplying them to the slums as well as to anyone in distress. So one was the food supply, one was the vegetable tempo, which we organized straight from Nasik, from the farmers. So fresh produce, much cheaper than what the vegetable vendors in Colaba were offering. They had inflated their rates. I guess up till now, during the lockdown, the rates are inflated, and we were very successful at giving cheaper fruits, fresh fruits, and vegetables. That was another project which we took up, sanitization. We walked into each building from the terrace. Every open space was sanitized by our volunteers, and and further than that, we also formed a group because people found it very difficult to go and wait in queues to collect their groceries and kiranas. So we formed this mini group of kiranas as well as vegetable vendors, and we gave them assurance that delivery would reach their house so that they didn't have to step out, and we could maintain the social distancing norms. So these are 4 or 5 projects. Plus, randomly we would get gas was in short supply, cooking gas. So getting in touch with Bharat Gas and HP Gas and trying to reach out gas cylinders to senior citizens. These were just opportunities that came by me, and I was involved in them, and it was a great pleasure doing work for them.
Wow. How did you handle Colaba and Cuff Parade during this lockdown?
Handle because we had some great volunteers. Like we had guys who were with our team earlier, who just without any fear, without even fear of any risk of COVID, they offered their services. They were like, we had residents come out and take the sanitization calls on themselves, and with the BMC, and we have procured this chemical from the fire brigade, so it was very authentic. And with that, we were having a small teamwork. Makran himself gave his car and driver, and that car and driver would go around each building, each slum, and we would walk in with our full kit, the cover with all precautionary measures taken. sanitize each place, which was a mammoth of a task, which went on for like weeks. And we had like people calling in from all corners that, the desperation that we'd also like it sanitized. Vegetable vendors, we had the truck come in and we had these young chaps. I remember one Raju Bosle, Somindra. These guys really took it on to themselves. They got their own tempos out with zero cost. These guys have selflessly gone and supplied vegetables. And we had these days marked out for every locality, choosing points where we could maintain social distancing. And it went on very successfully. Very beautiful work we happened to have with our teamwork.
What was your experience with old people and poor people during this whole crisis situation?
Experience was heartwarming because the seniors were really struck with panic and the poor were deprived of food. So when you get a distress call from probably a senior who's living all alone, uh, and just the basic need of a meal or a basic strip of medicine. But it's like I guess we had such lovely people working with us on our team that even the smallest of call was taken with great integrity, and they would reach out to the old. We were reaching out to the old. We would get calls also. We would get calls of distress, or we would get calls from senior citizens who were living alone and would need whatever they ask, whatever they express their needs. We would reach out to them. And the poor was heart-wrenching because like colonies which have 50,000 shanties and we have a capacity to feed only 7,000. So what could you do? I wish the government had stepped up a little more and offered more services to us, that we could reach out with food to even those deprived. So that was my experience. It was heartwarming. It's heart-wrenching to see someone suffer to that extent.
So, Harry Uncle, what are the new things you and your team are planning to do for Colaba and Cuff Parade?
Well, we have great plans for Colaba. We have a beautification of the legal garden plan. We have the whole stretch of the causeway, SBS Road it's called. We are going to relay the pavements. They're going to be solid concrete. We are going to have very lovely antique vintage lampshades. There's going to be more walking space because it's declared as a hawking zone, free hawking zone area. So we look forward to, like, even in Cuff Parade, we've taken over gardens. We've had one Nana Nani Park we've done up near DSK Towers. We've done a very unique pet park near Maker Arcade, and we're taking over Suraksha Garden, for which we have great plans. It's yet in its formation, which post the lockdown I think will be a very nice project. I'm looking forward to that project. And even the whole Prakash Pete Mark, the Cuff Parade stretch, is going to be beautified. So there's a lot planned. A lot of plan is there. A lot of plan of action.
What is Suraksha Park?
Suraksha was under litigation. It was held by a Suraksha Trust, and which wasn't maintained. It had gone dead. It was very badly deteriorated. The conditions were very bad. We've taken it up. Makaran took it up personally from the Suraksha, and with the BMC, obviously, we've taken the responsibility to redo the park, to maybe install more trees and more better walking space. We're going to beautify the place.
My last question to you is, what is your message to the youth or anyone who's seeing this podcast? What would you like to tell them in the name of social work?
Well, in the name of social work, I guess intent is very important. If you have the right intent, I'm sure there's some cosmic energy that really fine-tunes and gives you opportunities to do something good. And you have givers and you have takers. Try and be givers and do good whenever you get a chance to. And the last and most important thing is, never let your wife give you a haircut during lockdown.
Thank you so much, Harry Uncle. It was a pleasure talking to you. So before ending this video, I would like to tell you all that we've started broadcasting a podcast on the Anchor app, the Spotify app, and the SoundCloud app. So all the links of these apps will be in our bio as well as in the description of this video. Please hit a thumbs up if you like the video. It really means a lot to us. Share this video to your friends as well. Till then, everybody, stay home, stay safe, and stay tuned for our next episode.